In the heart of Villisca, Iowa, a sleepy town where nothing much seemed to happen, a sinister and unforgettable chapter of American history was written. The date was June 9, 1912, when the Moore family and their two young houseguests returned home after a Sunday evening at church. It was a Children's Day service, filled with laughter and hymns, and the town's close-knit community gathered in celebration. The Moores, Josiah, his wife Sarah, and their 4 children, Herman, Mary Catherine, Arthur, and Paul, were the picture of small-town happiness. And that night, they welcomed Lena and Ina Stillinger, friends of their daughter, Mary Catherine, for a sleepover. As the town settled into quiet slumber, no one could have imagined the nightmare that would soon unfold. Sometime after midnight, an intruder slipped into the Moore home. It is believed the perpetrator entered through the unlocked back door, an all too common habit in those trusting times. Armed with an axe belonging to Josiah Moore, the killer began his gruesome work. First, Josiah and Sarah were brutally attacked in their bed. The blows were so violent that Josiah's skull was almost unrecognizable. Next, the killer moved to the children's bedrooms where Herman, Mary Catherine, Arthur, and Paul were bludgeoned to death in their sleep. Finally, Lena and Ina Stillinger met the same horrifying fate in the guest room downstairs. The scene was horrific. All 8 victims had their heads struck repeatedly, and the axe was wielded with such fury that gouge marks were left in the ceilings. Peculiarly, the killer showed strange behavior. Mirrors were covered, a plate of uneaten food was left on the table, and a kerosene lamp was adjusted to give only faint light. The murder weapon, Josiah's own axe, was left leaning against the wall, smeared with blood. When neighbors grew concerned the next morning, a local called Josiah's brother, who discovered the horror inside. News of the crime spread rapidly, and soon the house was overrun by townsfolk and investigators. Clues were sparse, and though suspects were brought forth, including a traveling minister named Reverend George Kelly and a man named William Mansfield, the case never saw a definitive resolution. To this day, the Villisca Axe Murders remain an unsolved mystery, leaving the town haunted not just by ghosts, but by unanswered questions. In the paranormal, investigators and visitors have reported chilling experiences. Disembodied voices echo through the rooms, footsteps resound on the creaking floors, and doors open and close on their own. Some claim to hear children giggling, a sound that abruptly turns into screams of terror. The attic, thought to be the place where the killer hid before striking, is often described as the most oppressive area of the house. Investigators have captured recordings of whispers and chilling EVP, electronic voice phenomenon, responses, often pleading for help or warning visitors to leave. The ghostly activity exists. One of the most chilling stories involves Lena Stillinger, the eldest of the Stillinger girls. It is believed she may have awakened during the attack, as defensive wounds were found on her body. Visitors to the room where she was killed often feel a strange presence, and at times, a phantom hand brushing against their hair or cheek. Over a century later, the Villisca Axe Murder House remains a place where the veil between the living and the dead feels thin. For those brave enough to spend a night, the house offers more than just creaks and groans. It offers a chilling connection to the unspeakable violence of the past.
Enjoyed the content? Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us bring more awesome videos your way. Don't forget to click the bell icon to stay updated with all our latest uploads. Thanks for watching.